Hi, this is Lisa from SavingCentByCent.com. With the holidays quickly approaching, I want to share with you some tips on how to save money for Christmas, because the last thing we want is to have credit card bills in January that we have to pay off, and that just makes it stressful financially. So today I'm going to share with you specifically 7 tips how to save money for Christmas now. So the first tip is to set a budget. And I know that I say this every time, but it's so true. You need to set a budget. You need to know how much money that you're going to spend for Christmas, so that way you don't overspend and make it stressful. So to figure out the budget, look at what you spent on Christmas last year. It should give you an idea of how much you might spend this year. If it looks like that you were way over budget and you spent more money than you had hoped for, then I suggest looking for ways to cut back. Be sure that when you're setting the budget that you don't set it so tight that you don't have any wiggle room in your Christmas budget. You want to make sure you have a little bit of wiggle room so that you have some money for any last minute purchases that maybe you forget about. Be sure when you set your budget, don't forget about holiday decor, dinner items for the stocking stuffers, and holiday cards. All of this needs to fit within your Christmas budget. Tip number 2 is to begin saving now. So once you've determined how much money that you need for Christmas and how much to set aside, break it down and calculate how many weeks left till Christmas and how much you would need to save per week. So if you need to save like $500, then you would break that down per week, which could be, depending on how many weeks till Christmas, that could be $50 a week, it could be $100 a week. So break it down per week. I know that sometimes it's hard to come up with extra money, especially close to the holidays, but there are ways to do it. Sometimes you might have to sacrifice something. Maybe that sacrifice is going to the convenience store and getting drinks. Instead, take that money you would have spent and put it aside for Christmas. Maybe it's looking at your grocery shopping budget. Maybe you can save $20 to $50 on your grocery budget to be able to set aside for Christmas. So anyway, there's ways that you can set aside money. You just have to find those ways or find those little things that you're willing to give up. As again, this will help out so much so that you don't have to put things on credit card for Christmas and you can pay cash for items. You'll want to also evaluate your holiday shopping. If there's things that you can cut back on during the holidays, things that maybe are more of a splurge, maybe you can just cut that out of Christmas for this year. And that way you'll have money for those most important purchases that you need to make. So for our family, what we do is every March or April, we start setting aside money for Christmas. And not only do we have Christmas in December, but we also have 2 birthdays. So we really have to think ahead to make sure that we save enough money for birthdays and for Christmas. So what I do is I have a Christmas envelope, and just every month we break down how much money we need to save every month to reach our goal by Christmas time. So I'll take money for once a month out of the paycheck, and then I'll just put it in our Christmas envelope, and I'll just set it aside, and we'll put it in a special place that we won't touch it till Christmas time when we're ready to go holiday shopping. And I realize this year with the holidays close by, you might not be able to save as much as you hope for Christmas. I think there are ways to be able to cut back and to sacrifice some things so you can reach your budget goal, but I recommend that come March, April, start thinking about Christmas ahead of time. Start putting $20, $50 aside. That way, as the holidays come closer, it'll make it so much easier, and you know you've got that money ready to go for your Christmas holiday shopping. Tip number 3 is to create a Christmas list. So go through and write down all the people who you'll be giving gifts to. Put a dollar amount by each person's name, how much you will be able to spend on each person. As you go through the list and you realize that you are over budget, then look for people to cut out. I know this is hard, you want to be able to give to everyone, but decide those people who are most important in your life And those who you just would like to give something to, but maybe you can't afford, maybe you can do something else that doesn't cost any money. Also, if you're writing a dollar amount next to each person, maybe you can cut back the dollar amount. So this is just an example, rather than like $200 for each child for Christmas, cut it back to $100 per child or $50 per child. And that way you can budget a little bit better for everyone else that you feel like you need to give to. I've put together a post of 6 tips how to give holiday gifts without spending too much, and I'll link to that below so you can check it out. So on my side of the family, I have 5 siblings, and I would love to be able to give presents to all my siblings and all of their children, but that adds up so quickly, and to tell you the truth, it's very stressful financially to be able to provide gifts for everyone. Within my family, my siblings and I, we have talked, and we decided that we will draw names, and we will just gifts for one sibling and their family. I'm grateful that our family can do this. I know some families struggle with this, but I really encourage you to sit down and talk to your family and talk about drawing names to make it less financially stressful. And it's nice to be able to keep Christmas a little bit more simple and not as stressful. Tip number 4 is to shop for sales now. You don't have to wait till a few weeks before Christmas to start shopping. You can start looking for those deals now because you've already created your Christmas list. You already have an idea of what you're going to be getting for those on your list. So you can start watching for those deals now. And be sure to comparison shop. If you see something that you think is a good deal, be sure to check on some other websites like Amazon or Walmart, Target, some of those bigger stores, to make sure that you are getting a good deal before you purchase that holiday item, because of course you want to make sure to stretch your budget as much as possible. If you are purchasing a gift that you just aren't seeing on sale, just be sure that it's something that you really want to get for that person, but that it's within your budget. Also, starting to shop right now will help you to avoid impulse buying or having to run to the store last minute because you didn't pick up something that you needed to. You also won't be around those frenzied shoppers who are trying to get everything last minute. And also, the item that you want will hopefully not be out of stock. Tip number 5 is to cut back on extras. Because it's the holiday season, a lot of times we are just excited and we just want to go buy those extra things. But step back and reevaluate your budget, and also think about, before you splurge, make sure that it is within your budget and that it's really worth the price that you're going to pay for it. Also, when you cut back on extras, maybe you don't need that photo with Santa or that holiday dress for the party. Maybe you can do without those things, cutting back on those extra things. Tip number 6 is know when to stop shopping. Once you have everything on your list, just stop shopping. Don't go to the store just to see all the cute stuff and to look at the holiday decor. Refrain from going to the store to look at all those things, because then you might be tempted to purchase something that wasn't within your budget. Because even if you go to the store and you see something's on sale and it's a good deal, just because it's on sale doesn't mean that you need to buy it or should buy it. Again, if you've already completed your list of shopping, then stop shopping. Tip number 7 is to remember the reason for the season. You want to keep a Christ-centered Christmas during the holidays and remember the reason that we have Christmas. It's not about how much money we're spending on our gifts that we're giving to people. It's about Christ, it's about our family, and spending time with our family. And you don't have to spend money to give a nice gift. Sometimes the best gifts are intangible, and also giving of the time that you have. Some of those items could be watching someone's kids during the holidays so they could go shopping, or baking a plate of goodies and giving that to someone. These things don't have to cost much, but yet it's priceless. And of course, one of the best things that you can give your family during the holidays is your time, spending time with them, because really in the end, the things that they will remember is the time that you spent with them. It's not those really expensive gifts that you purchased for them. It is so easy to get caught up in the holiday cycle of spending, the excitement of the holidays. But if you have a plan and set a budget, then you won't need to worry about overspending and putting a financial stress on your family right after the holidays. I know that it's difficult to try to come up with extra money each month or each week right before the holidays to try to set that aside so you have enough money, but it's worth it to try to prioritize, to set little goals of saving up that money, because it will make a huge difference right after the holidays. There seems to be always something that we need to buy or we need to budget for, but just try to prioritize the best that you can and save as much money as you can for the holidays. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'd love to hear in the comments ways that you save money for Christmas. I'd love for us to share so we can help each other out. See you later.